But if I studied a 2-year program, Hi guys, it's Rachel and I'm back at it again with more tips on how to study, work, or live here in Canada. And in today's video, we'll be focusing on the PGWP. Wait a minute, what's a PGWP? PGWP stands for Post-Graduation Work Permit, and basically it's an open work permit issued to individuals or graduates who, number one, studied a program of 8 months or more. Second, that attended a school that is part of a designated learning institution list. And third, upon program completion, received a certificate, a diploma, or degree. Next question, what's so good about a postgrad work permit, or why should I apply for one? So number one, guys, it's an open work permit, and this allows you to work for any employer across Canada. And the beauty about that is it makes it easier for you to build work experience here. And second most important reason as to why the postgrad work permit is so good is that this may later on help you obtain PR or permanent residency in Canada. So yeah, yung major perk when I had the postgrad work permit is that hindi ako talit to any one employer in order to work here. And for me, that opened a lot of options for me to choose or to decide who I want to work for and work with. Tapos, more importantly, yung work experience na nag-gain ko from my postgrad work permit term enabled me to apply for PR under Canadian Experience class. Personally, of all the open work permits available that I can apply for, to me, postgrad work permit is the easiest to obtain on your own. Okay, Rachel, I'm sold. I'm interested. So, how do I apply for one? Well, first and foremost, in order to qualify for one, you should have at least studied in Canada for more than 8 months to qualify under this program. After program completion, you can apply for an online or paper-based application. And guys, the two most important school documents that you need to submit before applying for postgrad work permit are the following. First, your transcript of record or your final marks. And secondly, a letter from your school saying that you've completed your program. All of the other documents or forms that you need to fill up under this application is easy to gather and collect. So once you have all of that, you must apply within 90 days before your study permit expires, or in short, just apply right away while your study permit is still valid. Okay, next question. How long is the postgrad work permit valid for? Well, that's a really interesting question, and the answer to that depends on the length of the program you took or studied here in Canada. So if you studied a program of at least 8 months but less than 2 years, the length of your postgrad work permit should coincide with the length of your program. But if you studied 2 years or longer, the length of your work permit may be valid for up to 3 years. Okay, Rach, I submitted my postgrad work permit application. How long is the processing time? Well guys, because of COVID, the processing times now are longer at 197 days or more than 6 months for a online or paper-based postgrad work permit application. Nung time ko naman, it only took 90 days to get a postgrad work permit approval. So yes, medyo matagal yung wait, but this is actually really good news. Right after you submit your postgrad work permit application, okay, lapit pa tayo guys, kasi secret to eh. That gives you more time to work full-time while waiting for a decision on your application. Like, that's really good. Which means you have a wider time frame to meet the requirements for express entry, specifically Canadian Experience class, if you decide to apply for PR. So ako guys, I was able to work 1 year plus the 90 days while I was still waiting for a decision on my postgrad, which is still pretty good, but with the current processing delay, this is actually a really good time to hop on this program so that you have more time to fulfill the minimum requirements for CEC should you decide to pursue express entry or permanent residency in Canada. Next question, how much are the fees? I paid 100 Canadian dollars for the open work permit holder fee, and then I also paid $155 for the work processing fee. So in total, I spent 255 Canadian dollars for the postgrad work permit application. So yeah, to put it into perspective, this price point is actually pretty reasonable, and it's something that you should take advantage of if it means being able to work in Canada for any employer for up to 3 years. Like 255, that's actually pretty good. Okay, next question. Any tips for future applicants under this program? Well, first thing that I have in mind is, since the length of your postgrad work permit depends on the length of your studies, then in order to maximize the validity of your postgrad work permit, opt to study a longer program. But guys, you ought to know that you will be paying international student fees, which is 3 times more than domestic fees. So yeah, being an international student here comes at a hefty price. Guys, for example, the reason why I only studied a 1-year program in Canada is because ang mahal ng tuition. For that 1 year, I already paid 14,000 Canadian dollars. So yeah, if you're like me that can't meet the 2-year or more study requirement, it's okay, but you should know that you need to prep yourself to work full-time before graduation. So take my life for example. I worked part-time while I was doing full-time studies, which is great because I got to connect with coworkers, and because I put so much effort into what I do there, I guess they noticed the effort and encouraged me to apply for a position within the organization. So yeah, I submitted my job application, I passed the interview, and then there you go. I was very fortunate that I landed the job. Already start thinking long-term. If you're pursuing short-term studies, you will have to hustle harder and you will have to work faster in order to position yourself as a candidate for express entry. So last question, because I've been getting this question a lot. Can I renew my postgrad work permit? According to the IRCC website, no. The postgrad work permit is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for international students. Once that's issued to you and it expires, that's it. Yung only exception lang to be able to renew your postgrad work permit is if your passport expires before you were able to fulfill the full length of your postgrad work permit term. Another way that you can extend your postgrad work permit is by applying for the Bridging Open Work Permit. But yung conditions of the Bridging Open Work Permit include, number 1, having already submitted a PR application, and secondly, all before your current work permit status expires. Yeah, may nagtanong sa akin nun, like, why didn't I do that? I got my ITA 5 months after my postgrad work permit expired. So with me, I was already way past the deadline in order to qualify for the Bridging Open Work Permit. And because of that, hindi ako nakapag-apply for one. Meron din nagtanong, like, can I study, apply for a postgrad work permit, study again, and then apply for a second postgrad work permit? Again, once in a lifetime lang yung postgrad work permit. And the answer to that is no. You cannot apply for a second postgrad work permit after finishing your second program. So yeah, just think of it this way, you cannot double dip. But, for example, you studied a 1-year program, and then you studied another 1-year program before applying for the postgrad work permit, then that combined education will help you get a longer postgrad work permit term. Anyway guys, that's it. That's all I have for today. I hope that this video gave you a better understanding on how to work after graduation through the post-grad work permit. If not, or if you still have some questions about this program, feel free to comment it down below and I'll try my best to get back to you on that. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on my IG, rrdancel, where I usually share my experiences living here in Canada. And by the way guys, this is my 3rd year living in Vancouver, so yay! Thank you again for taking the time to listen to me and for watching this video. I hope that you're all safe and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!